Alright, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Going to be having my first tournament match from the streamers tournament. My first match is against UDareUTake. So I'm going to go with, I think I'll go with this deck. Hopefully that's the right one. Many decks I could choose from. At the end of the day, if I come up against a bad matchup, that's too bad. So it looks like he's going to be aggressive based on this champion. That's okay, my deck can deal with aggression. If I get that's not a great hand. Pretty low on resources. I'll keep it, because I've got a bottle, so that hopefully will get me to more resources. It's not ideal though against aggression. But I'll risk it, because I'm crazy. Here we go, first match, best of 3 this is. Hopefully everything is set up correctly. Sounds are on. So as you can see though, you can't actually see my hand. I am hiding that. I guess it's not really necessary. I really doubt anyone would, cheat. But yeah, I'll leave it there for now. You guys will find out what I'm doing as I do it. So I've got 3 resources in hand at the moment, so that's good. So I will play out my bottled Vitae here. So this just allows, it's a good 1-drop. Because then next turn I can sacrifice it, gain a charge, gain 1 health, and draw a card. So it just thins out my deck, gets me to my more important cards. So yeah, I mean, he's probably going to be playing units this turn. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't. This champion charge power, works well with any Ruby deck really. If you just want to get extra damage pushed through. So he's Ruby Wild, so that's good to know. So he's probably going to have like 3 drops with Root Dancers and various stuff like that. But good that he's not actually attacking in yet. I probably won't have a play next turn, so I'll just sacrifice the bottle. Oh, and I got another bottle. That's a really good start. Getting a second bottle there. So let's sacrifice this one. So already I'm going to be up to my charge power, so I can actually draw another card already. So another resource. That's nice. So yeah, play the bottle. So that's actually pretty decent. Pretty decent start. Hello, Safer. How you going, man? Hopefully, I've got everything set up properly. So yeah, my hand's not too great because I can't really. I've got no way to just kill troops yet. I've got no removal in hand, so it's not the best. I do have 4 resources, 2 threshold for each. So that's good. The bottle will draw me into something else. So my dog wants to come watch. Little mongrel. Alright, so he should be playing. So yeah, there we go. So he's got a speed troop. So that's 3 damage he's going to do here. What rune is he using? He's using Spell Shield. That's fine. I don't think I would have wasted a murder on something like that anyway. So he's going to get 3 damage in. Actually, no, sorry. He's not, because he's not using the speed rune here. He's decided to go for Spell Shield. I'm not going to actually take any damage. So that's perfect. Really happy about that, because then I've got a blocker for next turn, and that's a reoccurring blocker, so what I draw. Protectorate, that's very good as well. So I think I'm off to a pretty good start here. I could draw a card, I might as well, because I'm going to use it eventually, so I'll use it now, just to see what I get. That's perfect, Extinction. So I'll bring in this guy. That way, if he attacks, he just loses his guy. We get in 3 damage just from the socket trigger here. So I'm actually really happy with this start. So sorry about the text there, that's just a bug. Just these numbers displaying in the middle for whatever reason. Just does it sometimes. So yeah, I'm off to a pretty good start, I feel. I've got more cards in hand, thanks to my charge power already. The bottle as well is going to get me another card. And I've got the resources I need. So that's not something he wanted to draw there. A baby Yeti, like that's just, he's going to get damage in here with his charge power. That's fine. I can take damage. But yeah, if he attacks with all of them, I'm going to definitely be blocking this one because that will get rid of it. And next turn I can heal for 4 and get in another blocker, a new blocker. So definitely will stop this one while I can. I mean, he could have like a Ruby Aura, which would be really annoying. But yeah, I have to try, I'm not going to just not block in case, but it's likely that he will have a trick here, Wild Growth or a Ruby Aura. So it is Ruby Aura. And that is kind of problematic because My next troop here, he's only got 4 as his back end, so this guy's now going up to 4 damage. So he's got a wild growth as well, so he's really putting some pressure on here. So I mean, it's not great, not great at all. Really getting some damage, and I got the Protectorate. Like, he's only down to 1 card in hand, so it's okay. But I am taking a lot of damage here, as you can see. In that Ruby Aura, obviously, I knew it was coming. I'm at 12. That's okay. This is going to go. This is going to disappear. This is going to turn back into a 1/1. So I will probably still take 4 damage next turn because I won't be able to block it because it's got the Swift Strike with the 4 damage. It will just kill my guy. Yeah, but at least I will get. I'll be able to block that one, for example. I might draw into another option. I could Extinct here because that is his last. He's down to 1 card in hand. So let's see. If I brought this guy out now, I'm going to have to remove these at some point. It's not a great use of an Extinction here, but with his cards, the threshold, he's running Ruby Wild, doesn't really have card draw. So he's down to 1 option. So let's just remove his board state. Let's just remove it completely. And that way, next turn when I do play this guy, if he has something to remove him, I can send him back to my hand because he has the one-shot ability, and at that turn I'll have 5 resources. So, but yeah, I mean, that's probably better getting rid of the threats now. Stop the damage, and that way the heal I get from playing this guy from the socket will not disappear. Also, the more things going in graves, the better this guy will be, because he gets +1/+1 for each card in all graveyards, so he'll be a big threat. And once again, my opponent's down to 2 cards in hand, one of them being a resource now, so whatever he's got in hand could be like a burn to the ground, and that's I'm feeling it is because of the fact that he went really aggressive there. Like, he really just tried to push through damage. I mean, he could, but he played out his hand and showed me what he had, basically, and therefore he was probably trying to push through as much damage as he can. Luckily I had the Extinction, because yeah, he could have just got me to within kill range with, like, if his last card is that. So I mean, luckily he's, again, he's down to 1 card, so I have got a very good position here. Play my resource. I think my best option would be to just bring in the heal. Because as I was saying, he can't, and I can sacrifice this at the end of his turn if he doesn't. Say for example he tries to do a burn to the ground on my dude to get rid of him, which would cost him all his resources, because burn to the ground is 1 cost with X for the damage. So he would have to do 4 damage. He'd have to use all resources that he's currently got. But then yeah, I can pay 1 resource which I've got left open to send this guy back to my hand, and then the next time I replay him, he'll heal me for 4 again. So in a very dominant position here. I really think I've got this game in the bag now. So yeah, I mean, just because, I mean, I've got, not only do I have card draw here, I've got filtering here to get rid of junk I don't need, which at the moment I've only got some pretty good stuff in hand, so I don't really have anything I want to filter out yet. I've got another card draw here, soon to have probably more. If I draw another resource, I'll be able to draw more. So hit a resource again, so he's getting a little bit flooded there with no real options. I mean, he could do a Blaze Elemental, but really at this point doesn't really affect me. So yeah, he didn't do anything, so we just now sacrifice this bottle at the end phase there of his turn, and we got another Pact of Pain, which is something the Sacred Lab can now filter out. But if I hit a resource here, probably best to just bring in a Tomb Lord, because I really don't think... Alright, that changes things. So I don't really need to heal at the moment. A resource would have been nice, because this Tomb Lord would be pretty big by now. Probably at least a 10/10. Can't really tell how many, probably around 8-9 cards in all graves at the moment. So it'd still be really, speeding up my opponent's death. So let's bring in the Secret Lab. I mean, I could have done a few other things here, but I'll bring in this just to filter out, possibly get a resource, just so I can get it in play. But I can filter out one of these Pacts of Pain, because we don't need 2 of them. So there's a resource. So we get rid of this Pact of Pain now. Sorry, my dog being a pain. So getting the resource now, so I can draw another card, so I might as well. May get another bottle. So we get a Blinding Light. So with this sort of hand here, I mean, there's pretty much no way that I'm going to lose this game now. Yeah, I'd be like I said, he's relying on what he's got in hand. I've got heals, I've got Life Siphon for heal, Eternal Youth for heal. This is also going to do 6 damage at minimum so far. I can attack in with this guy. I'm soon going to have, I can do a Tomb Lord next turn. So, and my opponent's not going to have any way to remove a Tomb Lord unless he has like a Chaos Key. So that's really going to put him on, a couple turns he's dead. And this is one of my big finishes in the deck. Life Siphon's another one. But yeah, this deck, I didn't used to run it with Tomb Lord. But I've since added him because I was lacking the speed at killing opponents, whereas this guy, once you've got your opponent down to pretty much no cards, you've got this guy as an optional way to just bring him in when you think he's safe to go in, when your opponent's lacking cards, like my opponent currently is. You bring him in, especially against these colours. There's really no way he can kill this guy. There is no, there's no murders, for example. So yeah, he's pretty safe. Sure, I'm going to take some damage here. Not important. Heals, I got Blinding Lights. Blinding Light will prevent all damage to all my troops and myself. So if I get in trouble, I have to keep my eye on his resources, obviously. But the most he can do with those resources is like 5 damage with a burn to the ground. If he gets like multiple Rage Fires, if he's holding 2 Rage Fires in hand and he's just like, let's see if I can get a 3rd one and surprise my opponent by doing them all in the one turn, which is a very unlikely scenario, but not entirely impossible. So maybe I should be, just in case he is, maybe that would really just kill me because Rage Fire is so strong. It would do 2 damage, then 4, then 8. I really doubt, I really doubt that, but I'm in a very good position, so I may as well just keep myself safe, basically. So let's do a Life Siphon for 6. This will put me in a healthier position. I could have done Eternal Youth as well. Kept 3 resources open for something else, but I'll just do that. So now I just attack in for 2. So just playing it a bit more careful. I probably don't need to, but might as well. Yeah, I've got so many options in hand here. He's got 2, so I don't know what he's doing, what he's got there, and what he's doing with it. But yeah, if he's got like a Fist or something, which he wouldn't be able to play because it would require 6 threshold for wild. So he's got a dude with speed, so he's going to make this a little bit bigger. But I can stop this, so that's fine. I can inner conflict. So he's doing Incite Fury, so that's going to get pushed through a little bit more damage here. It's going to do 4 damage. Well, that's fine. At least we know what he was. He's down to 1 card again, and we've seen what he's just going to get through 4 damage, which at this point not a big deal. So yeah, this is obviously looking very good. So next turn I'll probably heal, get some health back, go back to 19, and then inner conflict this guy just to start so it won't be able to attack or block. So it basically negates it completely. My opponent won't, it basically gets rid of it, removes it completely from the game because he won't be able to do anything to stop that in these colours. So let's see what I draw as well. Another Life Siphon, so I actually just win. So we'll just attack in. That wins me the game. So I got, as you can see, completely took control of this game, thanks to just having more options than my opponent does. He used out his, I took care of his early aggression, and yeah, just took lots of, got so many cards in hand still. So let's we'll do 2 damage, attack in, and then we just finish him with a Life Siphon. So pretty much, just based on my hand, there's pretty much no way I was going to lose this. So GG, let me quickly type that. And yeah, there's literally nothing he can do. Got no resources, so there's no tricks he can try to pull, but he's getting these colours anyway, so that's the first game that goes to me. So now we'll be doing, it's a best of 3, so if I win the next one, that'll be it. But yeah, if I get a bad opening hand, he could just kill me very quickly with his deck. He has definitely got a lot of aggression there, potential, and he started off slow there. So I have to do the same deck. We can't change decks once you've picked one. So that was the first match. On to the second now. So, luckily I hit resources right at the end there. I mean, I'll keep this just because I've got an inner conflict. I mean, I should get more resources, so then that will get me a heal. It'll get me access to a blinding light. So this is a pretty good hand because I've got access to a fairly good amount of stuff there as long as I hit one more resource. If I don't hit one more resource by turn 3, then I'll be in trouble, obviously. But at least I can stop something that's important to stop with this inner conflict. But yeah, pretty good hand. Let's see, what would make this better right now would be like a bottle. Okay, so I got another way to survive here, so immortality. So I do need one more diamond though to be able to use a majority of my things here. So let's see, we'll just play a diamond first. Might as well. That way if I get another diamond, he just suddenly does 20 damage next turn. Obviously that's not going to happen. Yeah, this is the tournament safer. We're into the second match now, so I won the first one. So getting in some damage here he is. It's this guy here. It's 2 costs, 3/3 with speed. It will get in, then it gets shuffled back into his deck after this turn. So he gets in 3 damage and then it goes back into his deck. I'm very happy with that, because that just means it's one less thing sticking around to beat me some more. If he does draw it again though, it'll be a 6/6 with speed, and it will stick around that time. You know, it goes into his deck and loses that trigger effect. But yeah, obviously very unlikely that he will get that again. I mean, if the game drags out, which is possible, then he... So I mean, that wasn't the best draw. I mean, it's okay as long as I get resources, but hopefully I don't get resource screwed here, because if I don't, I'm pretty much not going to be dying with 2 blinding lights and an immortality, eternal youth, inner conflicts, and a heal. But I do need a diamond. A diamond next turn is very important. So hopefully I mean, I don't need to get it next turn, but I do need to get it soon. I can't sit back and do nothing against someone with an aggressive deck. So yeah, I mean, as long as I get the diamond before he floods the board with too many dudes, I can then save up and ready to play that. And then hopefully I draw, like, if an ideal situation would be to draw a diamond next, and then an extinction, and then I basically win the game. Because against an aggressive deck, I'd have to still be careful about a few things, like him leaving resources open to do a burn. If I get down to low enough health, where he could then do the... So not exactly what I wanted there, but that's decent, because at least gets me to another card. So I may get a resource here. So let's hopefully get a diamond. Come on, diamond. Come on. So I got the extinction, so now I just need a diamond and a blood, and then I'll be set. I am going to have to discard now though, which is not great. It's a tricky discard actually. I mean, I should have actually maybe done the inner conflict there. Oh no, he's using spell shield, so I wouldn't have been able to anyway. So I don't really want to get rid of these, but I don't think I need 2 blinding lights. I really don't think I do. I mean, I could get rid of this guy, but having him on board means that I can block and probably kill something and he comes back, so... And yeah, if I do hit a blood, then that'll be one of my options to play. So I'm going to get rid of one blinding light. I don't think I'll need 2. So it could be, you know, if I don't hit these resources here, this could be really bad, but I've got, you know, as long as I get either a blood or a diamond next, I'm going to be... That's a new one. Thank God for that. Because if that was the old one, I'd be in a very serious amount of trouble. Still taking a lot of damage. He's not, for some reason, he can't use his charge power yet, so he needs 1 more ruby to be able to use his charge power. I'm still taking a decent amount of damage. I'm going to go to 12 health already. So if I don't hit a resource now, like, I'm going to be obviously getting very low. So I've got like probably 2 turns in me to hit a resource. And yeah, so let's see what happens. A diamond would be perfect. Blood, I'll take it. It's a resource. I mean, I could use this now. Obviously, I'm going to play this. So yeah, let's get this on board, and then I might draw a card. I mean, I don't really need to yet. I'm not going to be able to play it, so let's just keep it open till next turn. Doesn't really make any difference. So he's killing my spider, so that's annoying, so that's more damage I'm going to take. He shouldn't be able to kill me though next turn. Had I used this though, you know, it could be potentially plays out something very nasty, which then kills me. I mean, it is possible he can kill me. It'll be funny if he gets me down to 2 health and I live. He's definitely getting in 3, we know that much. I mean, he could... I mean, it's very unlikely he's going to be able to do 12. Very unlikely, so I should be fine here. Because then I can use immortalities and blinding lights. Actually, no, I can't use immortality yet, but I can use the blinding light. So yeah, he's definitely going to get damage in. So hopefully he doesn't do... Okay, Incite Fury is problematic, so he's definitely going to get 5 damage in here, but we can now that he's put... You know, he's basically made it so I can easily just inner conflict this guy. So he's pushing through the damage here. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whoa! I was so close to dying. So had I used my charge power, as I was saying, I would have actually been dead. So I'm very lucky I didn't use the charge power there. Otherwise, I was just dead. As simple as that. Oh wait, so yeah, he's got no resource. So yeah, I'm living on 1 health. So the best draw right here would be a... Because he's played out his hand entirely. So I'm very lucky I didn't use my charge power there, because there was no reason to do it. And it has now saved me. So I'm on 1 health. So a diamond, I really need a diamond right here. Diamond would be absolutely beautiful. Because I'd rather be doing immortality next turn than inner conflict on him. Because if I do inner conflict, he still could draw something to do 1 damage very easily. Especially if he has a dude with speed. You know, I could easily die. So, let's see, a bottle. Okay. So that's not great. I think my best option here is to not... I'm going to just have to rely on Blinding Light to survive 1 more turn. So I can't do anything this turn. I'm going to have to discard something as well. What's he have socketed on there? He's got Spell Shield. So actually I can't inner conflict, so never mind. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. So I have to, basically my only option is to Blinding Light. So I need to get another diamond next turn. But yeah, I mean the only option to survive here is the Blinding Light, because I don't have the 2 diamond for immortality, which would have been better, because then I would go up to 10 health. But at least I'm not going to die next turn. So yeah. I mean, actually, it is possible for me to still die next turn, because I could activate it, and then as it's on the stack, he can like burn me to the face. So I still could be dead. Nothing I can do about that. I didn't get the resources I needed here. So let's see, what don't I really need here? Yes, indeed, I have a Blinding Light in hand. We'll get rid of this bugger. He's 5 cost. We're not going to be really getting to that. Should have probably have told him, but I mean, he's going to obviously, if he draws a burn, he would obviously, you know, do that after the Blinding Light. So he's just going to swing, and then if he's got burn, well, that's GG. So hopefully he didn't. Hopefully he drew like a resource or something. Yeah, I'm in trouble next turn because I can't use any on conflict because of that damn Spell Shield. I can extinct if I get a resource. I mean, I could do that. I would probably be better off just using immortality though. So here we go. He's going to attack. I'm going to Blinding Light, and hopefully he doesn't do a quick action like a burn, because I will be dead. So let's chuck that on the stack and hope he doesn't activate something here. So it does look like he didn't. So I mean, obviously he didn't. So we prevent the damage here. But as you guys can see, I'm on the ropes. I need to get that diamond. If I don't get the diamond, it's GG. Very much GG. If I get the diamond, I'll be in a very good position. Well, a better position. I really, 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 really need it. Come on, diamond. Heart of the cards. There it is. So now I've got a tricky option here. Because again, if he draws a burn, I just die. Because he can do it in reaction to me playing this. But I mean, if I extinct to get rid of the threat, he still does the burn and I still lose. So I mean, I'm gonna do that. So my best option is to just use the bottle and I leave myself on 2 resources. So we bring out the bottle. we use said bottle. Make sure I'll be on 2 resources, so I'll be able to immortality, and that'll set me in a very good position, because then I can immortality. Hopefully he doesn't then kill me, and then obviously I'm not going to be clicking this, otherwise I die. But next turn, actually no, I can't do it during his turn, so never mind. But yeah, basically I need to hope he doesn't have a burn in hand, and then I'll be alive, and then hopefully can stabilize. Whew, this is some tense action. Because I'm still at 2 health, so he could still easily just burn. So if he draws a burn, then or any quick action that does damage, then I die. So let's see what happens. So what's he gonna do? Hopefully he didn't. If he drew a burn, that's gonna be so sad. But he should be attacking first, so he'll attack, and then I react with the immortality. So as I would have died to this, obviously, I'll then go to 10 health. So he didn't have a burn. Whew! So I'm gonna actually die and then go back to 10 health thanks to immortality. Man, this is some hectic stuff, but that's put me in a much better position now, because now I can actually extinct and remove this threat. And one of the things I did actually do with this deck is I knew how strong Spell Shield is, and I've got lots of ways to remove single target, via single target like inner conflicts. So I've actually only got the 1 murder in the deck, and 4 extinctions, which the extinction is really the only thing that would have saved me here, keep me from dying. So I will let's see. I'm probably just going to be using extinction. I mean, I have to. I can't let in 11 damage. Now I just blow up his threat, and then he's down to 2 cards in hand, and I'm in a much better position. So I'm definitely blowing this up, so regardless of the fact that I can draw a card, I need to get rid of this now. I can't let it sit around, and this is the only way I can actually remove it with an extinction, because that had spell shields, which stops all single target abilities, whereas extinction is global. So I'm actually getting pretty lucky with the draws there. I mean, if I did get that diamond before, if that was like a blood or anything else, I was just dead. So let's see, I could obviously draw a card here. Very unlikely I'm going to draw anything I can play. So again, I'm going to wait just in case he does something crazy with speed plus something else again. By not drawing the card earlier, I actually lived on 1 health, and now I'm still in the game. So let's keep with that tradition and not draw a card. This is quite nerve-wracking, I tell you that one. So place a resource. So that's great. That is great to see a baby Yeti. That's just I'm taking 1 damage. Whoop-de-doo. He's down to 1 card in hand. He could have another Insight Fury. So he's got a Rubio instead. So at least we know what he's got there. So we can actually inner conflict that, and there goes all his aggression. So I mean, he's obviously in a very bad state now. He's now requires to top deck. So I can actually heal and inner conflict next turn. So I'm pretty much going to be taking this game away. I mean, he still obviously has the potential to win, but I'm in a better position. Because not only am I going to heal for 5, I'm going to stop this creature he's just wasting. He's played this out, done 2 damage, wasted a Ruby Aura on it. He's got me down to 8. So that's still decent, but I'm going to heal, and then I'm going to stop this doing more damage. And then the turn after that, I can bring in the defender who will heal me for 4, and then I'll be the one who can start attacking. I've then got Pact of Pain as well for more card draw. So, what a game so far. Living life on the edge. I could draw a card, but let's just heal and inner conflict. I think I'd rather do that. Don't care what the card draw could be. So yeah, I'm pretty sure with that, with the fact that I stayed alive, which was really, really clutch, I've probably got this game in the bag now, because I've still got another. I can now, if he plays a troop, I've got another way to stop it. I've got another way to heal, so even if he has burned to the ground, he can't obviously kill me with that. And then I've got card draw, so if I get Eternal Youth again, which will heal me for 10 next time, I will be able to just draw cards and just finish my opponent really pretty quickly and pretty easily from there. So, I mean, he can get in 3 damage here with this, which, that's fine. I'm still 10 health. That's only... he played a resource as well, So he's still got nothing in hand, so really nothing for me to worry about. I'm going to heal for 4 next turn at minimum. And yeah, hello Baron, how you going, man? I won my first game, this is the second one. I got down to 1 health in this game, and I luckily got the diamond, because if I didn't get the diamond when I did, he would have won this game. So I got pretty lucky there with the getting the diamond when I did, the diamond resource, and now I'm pretty much should be winning this game, because he's got no way to draw cards. And I've still got options in hand. I got one there that doesn't help me, but let's draw a card I can afford to. So let's see what we get. So boom, there's the Eternal Youth I was just talking about. So that really there solidifies my position. Unfortunately I don't have 6 resources, otherwise I could play a Pact of Pain and that, but this here is now going to heal me for 10. So I mean, I could bring this guy in now. I'll put myself to 12 health. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll bring him in, because then I can also send him back to my hand. So I'm still going to get healed. He can't kill me. You know, even if it doesn't matter what he draws, he can't kill me. So I'll do that. Just uses my resources more effectively, and also means I can start swinging in next turn instead of just healing and that was it this turn. I want to be able to, you know, I still heal for 4, and yeah, there's really very small chance that I can lose this game now from this point. So he got something that doesn't help him. He didn't, you know, obviously didn't use it. Whatever it is, could be just a resource, and he's holding it back, or it could be a burn to the ground, which, you know, he can't really use yet. He's not close to dying yet, so obviously he doesn't have to. So that's a good draw there. So I can actually draw another card. So let's do that, because I'm going to heal for 10. So we get a life siphon. So that obviously speeds things up quite significantly. So now we can play out the Eternal Youth. I'll attack in now while I've still got resources up. And that way if he tries anything sneaky... wow, he says. So yeah, I'm back to... From being on the brink of death on 1 health, I've now, you know, back to my starting health. With, you know, 4 cards in hand. Card draw soon to be happening. And also can bring out this Pact of Pain now. So we'll do that. I mean, that could mean I might lose this guy, and I can't send him back to my hand because I've used my resources, but at this point it doesn't really matter. He's not important. He only does 2 damage a turn. I don't really need him. But now that I've got this card draw here, and my opponent is, you know, requires, you know, he's got no threats on board. So yeah, I mean, he still could do... you know, like I was saying, he could still do certain things like two burns to the ground. Say if he had those, that would do 10 damage at most. But I mean, if he's got Rage Fires, which he should have in his deck, I mean, everyone should run to Rage Fire because all the escalation cards are just mental. So let's see, I can play the resource. I could Life Siphon for 7 here, and I might just will annoy my opponent even more. So let's first just attack in. I could draw cards just to see what else I get though. So I may do that. So let's see. So I'm going to put him. Technically, if I draw another Life Siphon, I will have him dead because this, you know, 2 Life Siphons will kill him. So let's just do a Life Siphon, and then next turn we can maybe draw another one if we're lucky. But obviously now, you know, there's pretty much no way I can lose this game. Yeah, so he's now down to 6. So even if I, you know, even if he, like if he removes this guy, you know, that's not a big deal. I've got many ways to kill my opponent now. But if he doesn't remove this, you know, I can just swing in to kill. So he's got, he's going to get some damage here. That's not a big deal. 3 damage, not a problem. But he needs to be doing obviously more than this. I mean, his deck was designed to kill quickly, and my deck has ways to beat that, as you guys saw with the Blinding Lights and Immortality and Extinction. Luckily, I mean, this deck. The reason why it is so good is it has ways to pretty much deal with most decks. The worst matchup would be Mill, because it's slow. This deck is slow, and Mill decks, you know, would have pretty much probably milled me. So it pretty much has ways to deal with most other decks, because you know he wanted to try and get that early aggression, kill quickly, and I luckily got down to 1 health. I mean, I'm really lucky I didn't use that charge power. Had I done that, I would have just died back then. So that was obviously very nice. So let's draw a card before we attack him. We've got plenty of resources now. So we've got an extinction, which doesn't really help me at the moment. So I mean, if I wanted to, I could attack in, send him back to hand and replay him, just to get some more health, but I mean, there's really no need to do that. So I'll just attack in first, get my opponent to 4 health. I'll draw a card. If I get a life siphon, then I still kill him, because he'll be on 4 health. Because this cost me 2 resources and 2 health to do it, so I'll still be on 20 health. So if I do get a life siphon, I can still win this turn. Otherwise, which is still, it's very unlikely, but I am down to... so that's something else I can play though. So he is dead next turn if he doesn't do something about my creatures, my troops here, because they will just swing in for 4 damage. So I'm now up to 24 health. So again, there's nothing he can do now to win. There's been nothing he could pretty much do for a while, because I could just draw into another Eternal Youth with using this, and that'll heal me for 20 the next time. So yeah, it is GG. He has called it. He didn't get anything that helps him. So yeah. So yeah, that was a very good game. So let's see how big this guy will be. I mean, the game is over, but let's bring him into play. This is another one of my finishes. So had my opponent dealt with my dudes, I would have then had a 15-15 on board that he, with his colours, would not be able to have stopped. So even if he wasn't as low as he is, this guy would have been doing work, obviously. So once again, good game, and that's the end of the best of 3. Because I have won the first 2, so we don't. I do believe we don't go to a third. I'll double check with him. Not sure because it is a points system, so maybe you still play the third. We'll find out. I'll just double check with him here. So he's not sure, so I'm pretty sure, I mean it is a best of 3, so it doesn't really make sense, but it is a point system. So someone else could still get an extra point by playing that third game, but obviously if everyone else hasn't been, then we don't as well. So I'll just quickly check that. I don't think it is. I don't think we play the third. I think it's just the best of 3, so I've won 2. So I'll just double check though. So each match will be a best of 3. You get 3 points for every game you win. Okay, so you get 3 points per game, so that's cool. So I'm at 6 points. So let me check the chat here. What are you guys saying? If you win first 2, he gets no points. Well, yeah, I mean he gets no points. So that's it then. We don't play a third. I'm assuming we don't. But let's see if there's someone who's on my list here that I could possibly might know. So you guaranteed no, that's for sure. We don't play the third. I mean, I guess we could always play a third some other time if we were meant to. But so yeah, I'll just tell him I think that's it. So yeah, I mean that was a good start. I mean that was really down to the wire there, where I got down to 1 health. So they didn't impull a Scarald is telling me. So there we go. That was the matches. Thank you guys for watching. I might still play some games now. I'm not too sure. Might not. May go watch a movie or something. But yeah, I'll decide that in a second. So I'm just going to. So I'll decline that, so screw you, Baron. What I will do actually is, yeah, I think I'll head off for now. So I'll be streaming again tomorrow. I'll head off, and that way I can now upload those videos to YouTube and post it in the tournament forum page and get those results up. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Hopefully that was enjoyable for you guys, especially that second match. And I'll catch you guys next time.